it will be Silja Solberg. Denmark in the all-red throw off the final of the Women's EHF Euro 2024 against defending champions Norway in the all-blue here in the Wiener Stadthalle in Vienna. Paul Bray here with you for this game. Teams who know each other so well, many club teammates lined up against each other. They are familiar with all the little intricacies of how they play. Elva goes in first, straight between two defenders. Bratseth-Dale claims bragging rights initially on Elva. So Norway looking for their third consecutive, that's going to go out of play for a throw-in to Denmark. Third consecutive Euro title into the wing, a lot of space on the far side. And that's well read. Solberg. Silja Solberg Istasel, veteran of over 220 internationals for Norway, makes the first save. Read it beautifully, didn't jump, she backtracked fast. These teams have met already in 5 Euro finals. Denmark won in '96 and 2002. Well, Denmark won in '98, 2004, and of course 2 years ago in Slovenia. So for Norway, it is Taludela who has started and wins the first free throw at left back. She has been a real revelation here for Norway. She's always been a bit of a backup player and a bench warmer. Not anymore. Reistad, Skogran, of course, Bratseth-Dale on the line, Herem and Hovden on the wings. First shot comes to nothing. Christiansen, good start. That's gone wide, but there's a touch on it by a defender. And it's going to be a throw-in from the corner. Annemette Hansen, who plays for Metz, the French champions. She'll have bragging rights over some of her teammates when she goes back to France next week. Quite a few of them were up against her in that semi-final. France, who then lost out on the bronze to theirs. Hungary broke a 12-year wait. Muller off the post. Skogran picks up. She looks down for Herem, one of the quickest players around. She was well covered this time by Hovden. There might be a sanction coming here. That was very high indeed by Rikke Iversen. But Taludela just takes it in a stride. Players were commenting yesterday, the Norwegian players, on how they are desperate to send their coach Thorir Herjasson away with another title here in his last match in charge. Hostel hesitated when she had a bit of space. Hansen goes for the shot, but it gets a free throw. And Hostel probably had more space than she thought. Both teams making changes between attack and defense. As in for Norway comes Maren Årdal to join Bratseth-Dale in the center. It's Reistad who's making way each time, only being used in attack. Iversen drops in. Bratseth-Dale comes out to try and stop the cross, or at least intercept the ball. Release to Hansen, who's trying to get it out to Elva. Whistle's already gone, it's a free throw. Norway, who've really made this competition their own. Play on, says the referee. Long pass down, Herem is away. Oh, brilliant catch, but she puts it wide. Put under a lot of pressure. The pass a tad on the long side. And she had to shoot instantly on reception. Hansen into the wing. Decides not to take it as Dela closes the gap quick. Elva waits left. They'll switch back in a second. Silja Solberg, 4 times European champion already. Quite a few of this Norwegian side, one of the most experienced in the competition. Elva, breakthrough, beautiful. The Odense player opens the scoring. It's taken a while, 4.5 minutes, but we are there. 28th goal of the competition for the playmaker. And Solberg not impressed with the defending. Tyler gets a glare from Solberg. Jesper Jensen for Denmark, happy with that, but it's early days. Skogran Reistad, oh, sails it over the top but wins the penalty. Defending inside the area, she broke through. Now Jesper Jensen, the Danish coach, knows Reistad only too well. He brought her into Esbjerg where he was coaching until recently. Christensen has saved 7 penalties so far in the competition. She's up against Skogran and saves another. And Christensen picks up where she left off against France. Her 8th penalty save. Brilliant. Covered it all the way. Cross, switch back again. Elva. It came off a defender, it'll be a throw-in. Tries to break through. Hansen, it's an attacking foul. Crashes into the defense. Hogden takes one for the team. It's all a question of who gets there first, and Hogden, the judge, have just done enough. Closes the gap. Well, it's not exactly a goal-scoring bonanza early on here. 6.5 minutes in, Denmark leading 1-0, but we've had plenty of action. 5 shots from Denmark for their single goal. Norway have had 4 shots, still haven't scored. Into the line, Bratseth Dale, and another brilliant block by Christensen. What a start by the Danish keeper. Bratseth Dale, you would put your mortgage on that from there with her. Not to be, though, because it's Christensen in goal. Switch back, Hansen. Oh, they let her go. Brilliant play. Putting on the extra attacker, and Christensen, she did it in the semi-final and does it again here. Double line players, needs an empty goal. Oh. Christensen, 5 from 5 saves, 100% after 7.5 minutes. Denmark, who've reverted back to the more traditional 5-1 attack. Stolen Herem, oh, she loves those, and they won't catch her. It's down to Christensen. Got a touch on it, but that's not enough, and Herem scores her 25th goal of this Euro. A goal-scoring machine. The 38-year-old from Sola came out, and Müller was never going to receive that. She read it from a mile away. It was a touch. Absolute legend, Camilla Herem. She wasn't in the Euro 2 years ago, though. She was pregnant at the time. Oh, brilliant! Müller, right-handed and wide on the right, somehow smashes that into the back of the net. And finally, Taludela finds a way through. It took nearly 8 minutes for Norway to get their first goal. They're up and running now, luckily, with 2 quick goals, puts them back in touch with Denmark. Elva. Müller has a look. The defense sitting back at the moment because Iversen is right in front of her. Again, living dangerously. Elva, passive play. They've run out of passes. Took the 5th pass. Checked quickly. Goalkeeper is in. Elva just miscounting. Reistad down the middle, and another save 6th of the game by Christiansen, who is on fire. Oh, Reistad. And now you see why they don't keep her in defense a lot. That was a tad agricultural. Well, she was making the substitution while Hansen got on with business. Second goal of the game for the Mets left back. Reistad goes off and Hansen goes, oh, well, thank you so much, early Christmas present. And it's all about timing. 10 minutes past, Denmark are leading 4-2 against the defending champions Norway. Into the wing by Taludela. It's going to be a free throw. Norway, who won the Euro 2 years ago, won the Olympic Games just a few months back in Paris. Runners-up in the World Championships last year, where they lost to France. But now looking for their third back-to-back Euro title. They are just regulars. Ah, it's more like it. Reistad, long-range effort. 110.7 kilometers an hour. That was a bullet. Amazing shot. So Annemette Hansen. He's going to go off. Højlund will come on. 27-year-old Odense player. 15 goals in the competition. Tad expensive at times. 52% success rate on her shooting. But 15 assists as well. She's a quick player. She likes to work around these deep defenses. Müller, shot. There's a sting taken out. Herem's away. And that's tipped away. Or was it? Referees say no, no touch on it. I wondered if Müller had just got a hand on it, or it might have been Østegård, actually. Oh, you wonder. Nothing given. Elva happy with that. And so, for the moment, Solberg in goal for Norway. 3 saves from 7, 43%, which is actually quite decent. But being eclipsed by Christiansen, who's on 6 from 9. Off the post and stays out. And no luck for Elva. They're making double changes now between attack and defense. Elva and Hansen coming out and not being used in defense. Taludela, and a brilliant save. Christiansen smothers the shot by Dela. She has jumped from being the backup goalkeeper just in case to being absolute first choice for Denmark. What a Euro. Christiansen, who arrived here with just 34 international matches under her belt, playing as a reserve keeper at the World Championships last year for Reinhardt and Toft. She has been an absolute star here. Indeed, she's in the all-star team. Under pressure, that's gone astray. Play on. And Breistol jumps up from the bench and says double dribble. Passive play call, though, against Denmark. They've got 4 passes. And Skogran, with a hefty shove, sends 2 Danes crashing into each other. They've got Kaja Nielsen now on the line, who's replaced Iversen. And there's the shove in the back. Be a free throw. Well, a good start by Denmark, but they know that you can never count on anything against the Norwegians. Looking for the line. Oh, that was a good one. Høstel just tipped the ball away from Bratseth Dale. Bounced over and was recovered. Reistad can't quite believe it. Elva sidesteps and will get the free throw. Elva, who's had a terrific tournament here, the Danish playmaker. Tries to go in again. Oh, good play. Højlund squeezes the ball in. Reistad into the wing. Hovden! Olsen! Oh, sails that over the top. It's almost as if a wrist gave way and dropped back. Thorrid Hergersson must be thinking, right, maybe a team timeout is needed, but what am I going to do? He can't substitute the Danish players, because I know he'd take Christensen off. At the moment, Jesper Jensen must be extremely happy. She's on a 70% save rate. Shot efficiency, unbelievably for Norway, is down at 25%. And Denmark, even though they're on a poor 42%, still leading 5-3. Solberg at the other end. Norway came into this match with the best stats, 68% success rate on their shooting. And that's intercepted, good defending, and Herem is away again. No problem. Second goal of the game. She has played over 330 international games for her country. She's away like a bullet, and however fast you are, Müller was trying to cover. Couldn't catch her. Elva, Højlund coming in to the wing. There's no space, they'll bring it back out again. Elva. Kaja Nielsen waits on the line, goes to the wing instead. Reasonable angle, big save. Solberg of Østergaard. Silja Solberg plays for the Norwegian champions Vipers. Christensen had that covered. The Scandinavian arch rivalry here between these two teams who have met so often in the last four competitions. Into the line, good play, Bratseth Dale. And after 16 minutes of play, Norway are finally level. That's ominous for Denmark. Højlund tries to roll off. Skogran, no give. Hostel, who wants to come off now, and there are going to be wholesale changes for Denmark as the attack starts to stagnate here. And meanwhile, Elva is putting on a brace on the left knee. That's not great news. Team timeout for Denmark. That'll give him time to get some order. First team timeout of the final.
Super 6 her. Første gang, der kører vi screening derovre. Anden gang kører vi pres fra AM ind til Helm og vinder en retur igen yderst derovre, okay? Det handler om, at vi spiller 6 på 6. Vi skal have folk, der er lidt mere mod mål. Vi spiller lidt for sidelænt. Det vil sige, at det bliver sådan noget halvt. Det bliver svært at være stregspiller. Vi skifter lige på de to fløje også her. Første gang, der kører vi Kaja ud på ydersiden derovre. Okay? Anden gang, der er det Elver, der løber ud, når vi løber en retur.
Vi gør det på, at jeg spiller dig. Jeg lægger en på tilbage, og så kommer jeg på den anden gang. På den første træning der. På den første træning. På den første. Kom, piger, fortsæt det for!
Team timeout gives me a chance to remind you that you can vote for the player of the match from the 44th minute only, though, so don't start yet until the final whistle. But you do need to download the Home of Handball app to vote. It's also full of very useful information about the championship. We've got change on the wing. Interestingly, Thorrid Hergersson has taken off Herem, quick as she is, and with 2 goals, and it is Sanna Solberg Isaksen who's come in, twin sister of the goalkeeper. Breakthrough. That's nice play. Højlund, who's just been shifted over to the right-hand side, gets dividend straight away. As Solberg untangles herself from the net. Leaned it right over. You can see the difficulty of a right-hander from that side. Got the angle well. Second goal by Højlund then gives Denmark a narrow lead. So they've changed to maybe allow for quicker transition between attack and defense by bringing on Bakkerud, who's a strong defender, but has increasingly been used in attack and scores almost immediately her 12th goal of the competition. And Solberg with a save at the other end, and suddenly the game has taken on a new dynamic. Hostek just as Bakkerud, a very good attacker. Well, it took a deflection off defender. Solberg did extremely well to correct herself. Norwegians up to it again, soaking up pressure even when they're struggling early on and finding solutions. The ball is loose, it's picked up. Halilsevic back again, a little 1-2, cuts to the middle, plants it in the top corner. And Halilsevic, who's playing only a fourth match, he's been in and out of the squad. And we may have a sanction here. And off goes Iversen. 2-minute suspension, her 5th of the tournament. Oh, caught her quite high. So Reka Iversen is off. Her sister Sarah Iversen, who sadly tore cruciate ligaments against Slovenia in the group match. She even helped her off court. Ah, the door wide open. Where was the defense? You can't give that space to Reistad. Second goal for her. She had a quick look. Hostel was a long way up front, but when the ball was released, it left a big gap behind. And if you don't make contact, there's the block on the line, perfectly executed. 7-7. Empty goal. They've once again gone 7. Oh! Against 6, and Solberg puts it wide. Apologies, she says. Opportunity goes begging for her. So second attempt at a empty goal past Solberg in this championship. Some goalkeepers are past masters at it. Bunsen for Sweden scored 11 goals in this Euro, end to end. Oh, Hansen looks for the wing, but they were getting the goalkeeper back in again. Luckily, she realized that's going to be a penalty. Reistad, who's being left on in defense now. He's been pushed over on the far side. Was it her? Well, it may have been more of a push in the back from Solberg. Either way, Silja Solberg, who's made 4 penalty saves up against Hansen, who scored 7 from 12. It's a bit of a lottery with her, but she puts that one away. Her 3rd goal of the game, and Denmark edge in front again, almost on the 20-minute mark. So she's happy. The change again that Bratsett-Dale is only being used in defense is a bit of an irony there that Bakkerud, so often the defense specialist, comes on for the attack, number 21. There's for Ikast in Denmark, along with, in fact, 8 of the Norwegians play their club handball there. And that's defending inside the area. Jensen wins his penalty. Switch back again, and, well, argue pushed back. Reistad. And scores that one. After Skogran missed the earlier penalty, Reistad scores her 14th penalty of this Euro. It's her 45th goal. Into the wing. Oh, never quite took off Halilsevic. It was a poor effort. It may not even have entered if Solberg hadn't have touched it. Bakkerud to the line. And quick as a flash, put away by Årdal, who's replaced Bratsett-Dale on the attack. Norway are in front for the first time. No goalkeeper at the other end as Denmark again attacks 7 against 6. Breakthrough. Well, that worked. Went round the other wing, and Årgaard. It's her first of the game, her 25th of the competition, the Odense winger. Jensen's changes after the team timeout beginning to pay dividends here. Halilsevic scored very quickly. Now Årgaard scoring on the other side. Taludela, who's now playing on the right back position with Bakkerud in the center. She's dispossessed. Taludela trying to spoil the break instead. Hansen goes inside, and Ordal with an industrial challenge on her, but gives away only the free throw. And a wry smile from Annemette Hansen as she walks back. So 9-9, empty goal still for Denmark. 2 in on the line, 3 across the back and 2 wings, very deep. They've done this a lot in the championship, overloading the other team. And now complete confusion on the Danish side as 2 players come off to get the goalkeeper back on again. Long range shot, and the bounce misread by Solberg, but the player is still down. And Elva has gone down heavily. Solberg comes over to check on her, the Odense playmaker. He's been through the battles here today, and it's going to be a 2-minute suspension for Bakkerud. He remonstrates with the EHF supervisor, Carmen Manchado Lopez. Let's have a look and see. Push in the air, any contact. It's not a lot of contact, but you just shouldn't touch a player in the air. Elva is off, but we'll see if she comes back on again. She's not been used in defense a lot, so we'll have to wait to find out if that's more to do with the injury or just the tactical transition. Reistad into the wing. And there goes the first goal for Sanna Solberg. Teed up nicely by Reistad to score against Christiansen. Ironically, the 3 all play for the same club. For champions of Denmark, Esbjerg. Hergersson happy. Into the line. Iversen, she's back. And this time a good goal. Denmark edge back in front again. Elva is fit. And with a nice assist. Empty goal by necessity for Norway. Well, they've got the suspension running. Sulgan, Taludela and Reistad trio at the back. Solberg comes around from the wing. She'll head back again. If she can avoid bouncing off Bratseth-Dale. Passive play call now against Norway. 4 passes to get a shot away. Taludela tries to find the line, misses. And Christiansen has a quick look up on the right wing, but just didn't fancy pushing the ball down to Ogot, who was well covered. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Beautifully poised. And now Denmark make another change. Christina Jørgensen comes in at left back, number 23. Plays in Hungary for Djur, and that's sailed into the side. She's straight off, not being used in defense. Hansen ambles on to cover. Switch back again. Defense sat back. She was tempted to take the shot, but didn't frame it. Solberg happy with the defense, though. Bratseth-Dale, line switch inside. Reistad gets the ball back. Good save. Christiansen's 8th save. Iversen slots in on the line. Switch back to Horsted. Oh, dummies past Dela into the wing. Halilsevic, and a fine save. Solberg. Her 8th of the game. She's on a 42% save rate. What a pass to the line. All started with Solberg in goal. Bratseth-Dale finishes the move off. And it's not only a goal, but they're going to finish the half short-handed. Iversen is off. Well, not quite. There's a bit more than 2 minutes remaining. What a pass that was, Bakkerud. 3rd assist already in the match, Bakkerud, as Iversen pleads her innocence. Well, that's a real problem for Denmark. That's her 2nd suspension. She's 1 away from a red card. And that's going to be a big loss for the Danes in defense. Well, she's a key pillar. Breakthrough. Oh, that seemed to be caught from the side. Jensen's waving his arms, the coach on the bench. Nothing is given. And Norway happy to come away from that. Have a look there. Dale definitely seemed to be inside the area. Dela, that's an attacking foul. Both the defenders already in place as Dela crashes into them. Elva staying on in defense on this occasion. More than anything else, though, it was Kaja Kamp-Nielsen who won it by getting in there early. So for Norway, that was their 6th lost ball. They've had 5 on the Danish side. Oh, and a yellow card. Tori Helgesson on his last match in charge of Norway. After 15 years as head coach. And Norwegian fans not happy. He's never afraid to share his opinions, though, Tori. He was also 8 years assistant coach before that. Oh, turned over. 2.5 minutes remaining. Keeper's coming back in again. They keep switching between these packs, but goalkeeper managed to get back in before there was any attempt at the long pass down the court, Denmark. And so it's all square as we come up to 2 minutes remaining. Reistad. Haustel comes out early to her. Now there's big space on this wing. Christensen comes out quick, and Hovden with a deft lob. Now Norway edge in front. Hovden, who scored 5 in their semi-final win over Hungary, had a brilliant game. This her first. Beautifully executed. Suspension over. Iversen is back in, and immediately the goalkeeper comes off. Breakthrough. And that's a penalty. Defending inside the area. Dela throws her arms in the air, but it's won by Janne Hansen. Score of over 500 goals for her country. Indeed, now she's fast approaching 550. There's the breakthrough. In fact, both defenders inside. Reaction on the bench is priceless. Change of keeper. The legend that is Katrin Lunde comes in. She saved a couple up against Hansen. Hammers that one away, a second penalty of the match, a 4th goal overall, and it's all square again. Six-time European champion, Lunde. She's gone straight off. Solberg going back in goal at the other end. We enter the last minute of play in the first half. Bakkerud back in the frame. Reistad and Dela is right back. It's going to be a free throw. And Christiansen happy to take a time giving the ball back. Danish keeper who started so strongly, but Norway have got the measure now, and they've probably won the battles head-to-head. They're up to a 52% success rate as they take a team timeout. Well, Reistad with a phenomenal shot, 110.7 kilometers an hour, the fastest shot of the match so far. Some effort. This match is shades of the bronze medal match. Hungary and France won very low percentage rates for their shooting. Denmark are down on 46%. Norway 52%. For both teams, that's well below par. Hovden comes around, second line. She's parked on the far side. They'll switch it back, looking for Reistad to get in. Bakkerud, well blocked. That's good play. Just under 30 seconds remaining. Dela, Reistad down the middle, straight through. Sidestepped the front defender, Handball, who'd just come on. The moment that happened, the problems were mounting. Straight through. The got 5 seconds. Elva, we've got a shoot. Not a bad effort, but sails that one over the top, and there goes the half-time buzzer. An entertaining first half. Denmark made the better start, were 2 up quickly. Christiansen was untreatable in goal for Norway, but they've got the measure of her a little, and Holstel seems to have taken a little bit of a blow, I wonder. But slowly, Norway have turned the game around, as they do, found the answers. And at the break here in the final at Euro 2024, it's Norway 13, Denmark 12. Well, a very low-scoring first half, with both teams well below par in their shooting. Goalkeepers much in evidence. 8 saves Christensen, 9 for Solberg. They've got the measure of it at the moment. So as the teams head off, we're going to take a break as well. But join us again for the second half. We'll see you then. Welcome back to the Wiener Stadthalle in Vienna, into the final of the Women's EHF Euro 2024. What a match it's been so far. Repeat of the final 2 years ago between Denmark and the defending champions Norway. And the goalkeeper coach for Norway, Mats Olsen, a legendary Swedish keeper who played for his country 297 times. Quick advice. Anna Christensen started very strongly in the match, but she's finished up on 8 saves with a 38% save rate. A little off the boil. She was 7 from 10 at one point, so after that made 1 save from 11. At the other end, Solberg started slowly but then picked up, and she's on 9 saves with a 45% save rate. So she really has found form. And of course, it is a real problem for the Danes as she starts to rack them up. Mia Højlund with 2 goals so far and 2 assists. She came on after a while to replace Hansen, but they juggled a little bit at the back. Højlund's then been used over on the right-hand side for a while as well, where they don't tend to use a recognized right back, left-handed right back. For Norway, Henny Reistad, 4 goals, 1 assist, 1 steal, and that incredible shot, 110.7 kilometers an hour, the fastest of the final so far. Jesper Jensen, he's been here before, and he's had his team leading as well, even midway through the second half, and late in the second half, as it was in the semi-final of the World Championships. And then Norway have just come back and hit them when it hurts. Who will pick up the trophy? They're just about ready for the second half. Norway throw off the second half of the final here at Euro 2024, leading Denmark 13-12 at the break. They resume with Reistad, Skogran, Taludela. It does seem that Breistol has not been needed so far, the usual starting left back for Norway, who injured the wrist in the very first action of the semi-final. And 2 minutes, that was high, and poor old Tranborg. She's only played a couple of minutes in the match at all. Defense specialist brought in during the group stages to bolster the defense. She is off for 2 minutes. It is not helping, of course, for Denmark's cause that Rikke Iversen is on a second 2-minute suspension. But you really can't afford to do without her, Jensen. He's put her back in the defense now, but Norway will work on that. Oh, that was clumsy. They'll play on for a bit. I wonder if there's a sanction coming. Passive play called against Norway. Hammers that one away. That's nicely done. Skogran had a quiet first half by her standards with only 1 missed shot. This one straight through. Again, slight touch on it. It's not enough. And suddenly Norway by 2. Still Denmark carrying that 2-minute suspension. There's just about a minute left on Tranborg's suspension. Oh, that was recovered well. Ironically, Ågot was coming back to get the goalkeeper on at the other end. He was in just the right place at the right time. That's a weak shot down the middle. It's a comfortable save for Solberg. Christensen is racing in. Solberg, 10 saves now. What a legend she is. She's played 228 internationals for her country. Tries again, this time Skogran hits it off the top of the bar. Christensen looks up for options. Apologies from Skogran as she heads back. Shooting across her body. She was running in the wrong direction, really never got any real strength on that. So Müller, Elva. And, a lot of shirt holding going on. Højlund who's on for Hansen. Is that over the sideline? It is. Poor pass. Norway celebrating every turnover as if it's a goal. Højlund with a wayward pass. Like we have Friis on the far wing, Ågot on this wing. Elva and Iversen for the moment being spared defensive duties. Iversen because of that double suspension. Penalty, oh, and there may be trouble again. So it's Mia Højlund this time who goes off. Shake of the head. Heistad is helped back to her feet. Porteram from the side, pretty much behind to win the penalty. So it will be Hovden to take it. She scored 2 from 4, so it's not exactly a dead cert. Christensen with 7 penalty saves in the competition so far. She read it the right way, just wasn't quick enough, and Hovden gets a second goal of the game, her first penalty. It is interesting that Hovden does not take penalties for Djur in the Hungarian league. Confident, though, to take this. And so a 3-goal lead for Norway, and still Denmark struggling to get off the mark. And now they've lost possession. There's an empty goal at the other end. How far down do they want to go? Pretty much walked it in, Hovden, and back-to-back goals for the right winger. Tried to pass it, and the ball fumbled by Hansen, who's quite literally just come on. And suddenly this game is running away from Denmark. We're going to see another team timeout and some more structural changes at the back. The first one is that Annemette Hansen has returned number 8 into the wing. They've got to somehow kickstart the back line. They're back to the starting lineup. Oh, good play. Herren came out quick, and it Elva panicked a bit and sent a pass over the top. And Herren, quick thinking. Good play. So coming up to 5 minutes played. Perfect start. 3-0 in the second half for Norway. And they've switched to a 4-2 attack. Brattsetdale and Årdal in on the line. Oh, trying to smuggle the ball through Heistad, and she looks to the heavens. Really tried to force that unnecessarily. There were 2 defenders in front. Bring it back out. She goes in. That was well played by the Danes, who closed it down quickly. You weren't going to steal that one off Hostel. Empty goal now for Denmark. Not anymore. The suspension served out now, and Christensen is heading back into goal. Annemette Hansen. You get a sense that the Danish attack has slightly run out of steam all of a sudden. Into the wing. Ågot manages to tempt Solberg away from the post. Second of the game for Ågot. 24-year-old who plays for Odense. Heistad, Taludela looking for the line. Oh, Brattsetdale got it in the second attempt. Hostel had her hands on the ball, but somehow just couldn't control it, and Brattsetdale gets a third. See there, she taps the ball, but Brattsetdale picks up the rebound. A little bit of luck for her. Norway in the driving seat again, and looking to take their third back-to-back title here at the Euros. Iversen goes alone. Oh, what a shot! Some venom in that. Blasted it into the top. Elva's second. Was getting a more and more awkward angle as she ran off to the left, but turned enough. Whew. Just shy of 83 kilometers an hour. But she did well to stabilize herself in the air before taking the shot. Just closed it back. after struggling to get a goal at all early on in the second half. And now Christensen makes a save. She desperately needs that. Hostel staying on in attack now as Hansen is being taken off. So it's number 32, Højlund, who's gone in at left back, Elva in the center, and Müller just trying different combinations. And another wasted opportunity, and Müller upset with herself and apologizes as well to Ågot. Müller so versatile, the left back from Esbjerg, used by Jensen as a right back. Oh, Taludela's away. Taludela continues to show what a revelation she's been at this championship. It's not been the best play, but 1 from 3 in this final. Missed the early ones when Christensen was really on form and made 7 saves from 10. Breakthrough, and Solberg saves. Højlund comes away empty-handed. Even overloading the attack, they can't quite break through. Now the Norwegians were desperate to send Thorid Hergersson, their coach, off with a win. At the moment, it's looking good. Reistad, though, that's not so good. Gives that one a cheap giveaway. Hostel. Elva. Oh, no! Hovden. Luckily, she bounced it badly. Herem! And Herem, of course. Who else would be up the other end? She scores her 3rd goal of the final and her 950th goal for Norway. The steal on the other wing by Hovden. She fumbles the ball, but it's recovered quickly. And Herem with the landmark goal for herself. And it brings a team timeout for Denmark.
Vi skal bare være bedre til, vi gør. Fordi nu ligger vi på vores egen fejl, at det er nogle ting ud med bolden ud af sidelinjen. Det er fordi, vi ikke kommer mod mål. Vi mangler vores træsk, vi mangler min brydelse, vi mangler af, vi mangler min ned i rummet. Vi er nødt til at gøre os mere umage, det vi laver. Vi spiller stadigvæk 7 og 6. Første gang her, vi gik ind der. Elver ned, Mie, tilbage til Elver. Lad os bare gå herover, løse skridt til Rikke, Mie derovre.
Annemette Hansen with 4 goals, but scored early on. They then managed to work out how to stop her. And Reistad for Norway, the 2 top scorers in the final so far, as the Norwegian fans enjoy the occasion. Whole sections of the stand here in this 8,700-seat arena filled with Norwegian shirts. So Denmark throw off after using their 2nd team timeout. Norway just the one used so far. It's still Højlund, Elva and Müller on the back line. It resembles a training exercise sometimes because they come back out, they back off the defender, go and find the other space, and then the Norwegian defense is just... It's just like a piston. It's going up and down, block, 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 and they're struggling. They don't manage to bring the ball inside 8 meters. It really has got a very good active defense, Norway. Oh, Reistad waited at the back. They all sucked in the defense. It went very flat, and Reistad comes running in for her 4th goal. Tipped away by Herem. Spins off the defender, off the post, and even luck won't go their way. They managed to get the keeper back in again. At the moment, this 7 against 6, not quite delivering the goods for Denmark. They are 6 goals down in this second half. And with just 2 goals scored, well, Norway have scored 7. Taludela wins the free throw. Plays in Denmark for Odense. 8 of the Norwegians do. Up against quite a few of the club teammates. Of course, Henny Reistad knows the Danish keeper only too well, Anna Christensen. They both played Esbjerg. Jesper Jensen, the Danish national team coach, recruited her. And indeed, Solberg, he coached there for a long time. Oh, and second shot running. Clips the top of the bar and stays out. Doing things right, Denmark, except the execution right at the end. Finally finding a way through and then not making the Norwegians pay. Solberg, 11 saves. Mats Olsen, goalkeeper coach for Norway, happy with that. Well, after such a good first half, Denmark have just run out of steam. They don't seem to have the same energy. They've stolen it, but Reistad steals it straight back again. She scores her 5th of the match, and that's her 450th goal for Norway. The Norwegians are racking up landmark goals left, right and centre here. And it's smiles all round on the bench. She's probably blissfully even unaware of that. And the bells are ringing on the Norwegian side. Should say that they passed the 3,500 euro goal mark in their last in the semi-final. Norway, well, Denmark passed it just actually earlier in this final. 3,000 goals for them. A little bit behind the Norwegians. Müller, quick flick of the wrist, and she gets a goal. Only her 2nd of the game. 2 from 4. Skogran. Taludela. Brought down. Oh, is that 2 minutes? It is. Oh, no. And that is her 3rd 2-minute suspension, and her match is over. It was a risk to put her back on again. Her game is over. They'll be allowed to replace her after 2 minutes. It's a real problem for Denmark as well, because they can't play 7 against 2. Although that said, Annemette Hansen, the left back, and indeed Christina Jørgensen have played on the line by necessity for them in the past, because they like to play 7 against 2. Sarah Iversen injured her knee against Slovenia. She was out. They were left with 2. Kaja Nielsen and Rikke Iversen, and now Iversen is on a red. Rikke, that is. And it's all running away from Denmark very fast here. Herem, 4 goals now, 28th of this Euro. Herem, a 5 times European champion, 3 times world champion, and twice Olympic champion. Shows you how it's done. Hangs in the air beautifully. It is hard to see how Denmark are going to come back from this with only 3 goals scored in 13 minutes of this half. When they met in the group stages, they pushed them all the way right through the match, but Norway came out at a blistering pace at the start of the second half and made sure that they're in charge. That's going to help. Højlund with some venom. 83 kilometers an hour, that one. Switches into the wing. Reistad. Herem doesn't fancy the odds, sends it back. Try the other wing. Again, don't fancy the odds that side. Back they come. 2 in on the line. Making space. It sucks in the defense, and it means the wingers are going to be free at some point. And Reistad was swinging it from one wing to the other until Hovden thought, right, now the angle's good. Patience, it pays. Hovden celebrates her 30th goal at the Euro. Denmark again with the empty goal. Suspension is over. Christensen's going back in at the other end. Finally, well, Højlund is on a personal battle here. Back-to-back goals for her. That's her 4th. 6 goals down midway through the second half. Dela showing her incredible strength. Her one-on-ones and then the breakthroughs. Leaning across. And that's not an easy shot to get that amount of power when you're being knocked off balance. Dela will get bragging rights in Odense when she goes back. She's up against 4 of her club teammates, including Højlund and Elva, Ågot, Halil Sivic, the winger. He had a brief outing in the first half. So Denmark are going to try 7 against 6 again. It's Handball who's gone in on the line. It's a right back normally, the number 18, and been brought here for defensive duties, really. She's got the right build for a line, though, Handball, and so far she's 1.92 meters. That's a free throw, which again the Norwegians celebrate. They've gone back to 5-1. Oh, and again! Oh, could have done with those a little earlier, but they'll take them. Højlund's on 5. 20th goal of the Euro. She scored 3 back-to-back, but saying she needs to be substituted now. Beautifully planted in the top corner. Just shy of 85 kilometers an hour, that one. So try very deep. 5-1 defense now with Nielsen at the front. Danes just trying to keep a close eye on Rijstad and see if they can isolate her. Dela breaks through and wins the penalty. Given away by Handball. She's a good, strong player, Dela. She's 11th penalty she's won. Rijstad scores that one. Rijstad, 6 goals now here today. I wonder with Christensen, who started so strongly in goal for Denmark, made 7 saves from 10. And she's now 9 from 33, where the Toft could have been brought on. It's more where the Jensen just doesn't want to, because it's not the way he'd foreseen it. Annemette Hansen drives in, wins the penalty, and she'll take it herself. And sends Solberg the wrong way. And that's her 5th goal, 3 of them from the penalty line. Six goals adrift, 11.5 minutes remaining only. It is hard to see them coming back, with Denmark scoring just 7 in the second half. They are on a 50% success rate only with their shooting. Well, Norway have got back up to 65. At 68%, they had the best stats of the teams at this tournament. And that's a penalty now for Norway. Skogran, they're going to change keeper. Toft will come in. Dummied the pass and then carried on. Both defenders with a foot inside. So Toft, been here for 3 matches, has faced 3 penalties, hasn't saved any. She's up against Rijstad. Ah, coolly done. Lofts it over. She drops the wrist back. It's a quick arm, but it takes the pace off the ball. That's class. Even Toft, I think, has to admit that. Free throw, Denmark. So they're sticking with this 7 against 6 with Handball as a makeshift line player alongside Nielsen. Elva, Müller. Looks for Handball, but it's intercepted and the break is on with a middle easy goal. No goalkeeper at the other end. And a big smile for Skogran, and that brings the third and final team timeout for Denmark and Jesper Jensen. Last throw of the dice. Well, the break gives me a chance to remind you that voting is now open for the player of the match. It will be until the final whistle. You can do that through the Home of Handball app. So far, so good for Norway, but the stats for goalkeepers showing in the second half, Christiansen only on a 7% save rate. You really would be saying, is it time maybe for a switch? Skogran urges on the supporters. So play resumes. Denmark have now used all their team timeouts. Norway have 2 left. At the moment, though, Thorir Helgason will feel don't need them. Tries to release the wing. That's going to be a free throw anyway. The foul on Højlund. He got a break, but a very short break. She's been put back on now at right back. Hansen in the middle. Into the line, Hansen. Nielsen, rather, beg your pardon. Hansen the assist. Was nice, her first assist of the game, officially. I'm sure she's had a couple of other good ones. Nice play by Kaja Nielsen. Brings up the 20 for Denmark, but they are 7 adrift, and the clock is running against them at the moment. We are well inside the last 10 minutes. That's a save, but it will count for nothing. Not that she knew too much about it. It seemed to bounce up onto the face of Christiansen. Don't want any more of those after Reinhardt's injury and training. Taludela, since she felt the defender, thought, right, that's it, the chance is here. But that's an attacking foul. It counts against Skogran. The Ikast right back comes away empty-handed. Skogran, who's only played in 3 European championships, but won all 3. At 2016, 20 and 22. Quick look. Højlund tries to pass to the line. Hoste. Well, she's now deputizing on the line, gets a chance. And out of position. But Solberg comes off better. You can see it's not willing to kind of die for it. Lunde applauds Solberg's save. And for Norway, Solberg's on a 39% save rate now. Christiansen has dropped 27 in the Danish goal. Into the wing, and another one sails over the top. Hovden, her 5th of the game. Right winger who plays in Hungary for Jury. 5 from 6, very economical. Højlund, Elva. Hansen comes back again. Reistad's come out quickly into the wing. Over-egged it. Made a quick pass without really looking, and Højlund sails it over her. Rushed. Meanwhile, at the other end, that was the goal for Hovden. They are just used to this. It's Denmark, who lost to Norway in the Euro final last year. Lost to them in the semi-final of the Olympic Games in Paris a few months back. And in the semi-final of the World Championships in 2023, which they hosted. Solberg again, smiles all round. Sanna Solberg with the second. So empty goal for Denmark. And in fact, they've given up on that. The goalkeeper's been sent back in. Solberg in goal for Norway. Looks to the line and misses the connection. Is it recovered? Yes. It was off the ground when she recovered the ball. Free throw. Interestingly, speaking with Silja Solberg yesterday during one of the interviews, she mentioned that her father likes to hang her medals on the Christmas tree. The Norwegian goalkeeper. I do hope that it's a good solid Norwegian pine, because she's got a lot of them and they're heavy. And now trouble brewing. Now Nordahl gets a 2-minute suspension. Maybe an opportunity for Denmark. Back on into the attack comes Christina Jørgensen. He was only on for 40 seconds in the first half. That was close to going out of play. It is. And for the second time, Højlund sails one over the winger. And the frustration is just there now. And it's all over, bar the cheering for Norway. You can see that Denmark, who already seemed to run out of steam early in the second half, are now mentally not there anymore. That was their 15th lost ball. They've normally been very tidy and very efficient, but here today, 15 lost balls and only a 50% success rate on their shooting against a team that has just really worked out how to get at them. Ball is loose, play on. Hostal picks up the loose one, they look up. Goalkeeper wasn't in. Oh, well, that kind of sums up the final. Hansen, it goes over the top. And poor old Jesper Jensen, the coach of Denmark, who's been here so often. And in fact, beg your pardon, Christina Jørgensen with the long pass or long shot down the court. Plays at Djur in Hungary together with Hovden and Bratseth Dale, amongst others. And it's going to be locking down by the playmaker, or the line player rather, and lofted in. Oh, that was close. Solberg nearly got a hand on the ball, but Friis just managed to loft it in. Her first goal. Fair to say that the wingers haven't seen a huge amount of service. Her first goal, and it's not from the wing, it's an empty goal, almost. So 4 minutes remaining. And there is no way back now for Denmark. Norway are going to take their third back-to-back title, their 10th Euro. Taludela happy to hold the ball as she goes down, rather than risk trying to make a dangerous pass. So in the sixth final at the European Championship between these two teams, it looks like it's going to be 4-2 to Norway for the second Euro running. But this time, far more convincingly. Norway last time had to come back from behind late in the game. Too many steps against Reistad. She heads off as Årdal is back on again. Finished her 2-minute suspension. And Thorir Helgason in relaxed mood. His last few minutes in charge of Norway before he hands over to Ole Gjekstad on the 1st of January. Tries to pull away. It's going to be a free throw. It just seems that Norway always have the answers, and they know each other so well. And today, after a good start by Denmark, Norway got the measure. Through the legs of the keeper. That's a nice one, at least. Müller, third of the game for her. It wasn't the nail biter we hoped it might be in the end. Denmark looking tired. If they won't mind my saying, maybe the bench not quite as deep, but Reistad sidesteps and then draws into the wing. Hovden lofted that one very high. And then just check, you okay? That's absolutely fine, says Kaja Nielsen. She She's had a great tournament, Hovden. 32 goals. That's the... I think it's Merry Christmas in Norwegian. The Vikings are in town, and don't we know it? 30-22, we're coming up to the last 2 minutes. Switch back. Anna-Mette Hansen looks for the line. It's stolen by Bratseth Dale, but she was holding Nielsen back at the moment, and so it's a free throw. We go into the last 2 minutes. It's a goal. And, now they're starting to come, but it's a little too late. Ågot, 3 from 3. She's been efficient at least, and Thori Helgason is going to enjoy this moment. Patting him on the back. Played a game on him where he had to turn his back on the players and they would call his name, and just by them saying Thori, he had to guess who they were, and he was pretty good at it. He's got to know them that well. Bratseth Dale hammers that one into the top for her 4th. An emotional moment. Weistad seems to be soaking up the atmosphere in the arena here. In the end, Breistol wasn't needed. They all stepped up to do the duty. And it's a turnover. "30 seconds to go. And they're getting ready for the celebrations. We'll be checking, looking around the bench, making sure there's no bucket full of ice water. And reminding everyone that I don't like being bumped. Talodela comes around. Skogan. Weistad backs up a little bit. They're just killing time here. Get ready for the celebration. And there it goes. And for the 3rd time running, Norway, European champions. The 10th time in their history, a remarkable record. And in the end, Denmark ran out of steam in the second half, outscored 18-11. They were holding on in the first, actually made the better start, but Norway quickly worked out what was going on. It might be interesting to ask, well, should Christensen have been substituted for Toft with just 1 save in the second half? The Thori Helgason, his reign comes to an end. 15 years as head coach, and before that 8 years as assistant coach to Marit Breivik. But as head coach, this is now his 6th Euro, and the players wanted to go out with a win for him. For Denmark, it's a bittersweet moment, because they will know that it just didn't work out this final in the second half. It seemed to be decided early on. They looked as if they were burnt out. The final score then in the final here in Vienna at Euro 2024 is Norway 31, Denmark 23. So Denmark just couldn't find the energy, and the mistakes just accumulated. And it's now time to find out who your player of the match is. Well, it just seems that she's got so many of those boards. She could probably replaster one of her rooms in her flat. Player of the match once more. It is Henny Reistad, 8 goals, 67% success rate, 3 of them penalties, and 9 assists in 37 minutes of play. New captain of the Norwegian team taking over after Øftedal stepped down. A lot of people said, can Norway still do it? Øftedal's gone. Mørk and Christensen are away, pregnant.